Greetings, and welcome to Earthling Cinema. I am your host, Garyx Wormuloid. This week's artifact is Jurassic Park, the live-action spin-off of The Land Before Time. Jurassic Park tells the story of an Earthling, John Hammond, a billionaire who'd rather open a Disneyland for lizards than cure cancer. When a velociraptor drops the mic on an employee, Hammond's investors think it best to get a second opinion after they've already spent billions of dollars on the park. Conveniently, he picks up dinocologist Alan Grant, his friend Haldo, and a mathematician to count all the dinosaurs. He shows them an ad for 23andMe and immediately puts his genius experts to work babysitting his grandkids. They go on a tour, which turns out to be shit, due to a rain delay and actual shit. To make matters worse, Newman has turned off the entire park security system to open one door, and before you can say Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, all the monsters are unleashed, a T-Rex attacks, and a lawyer dies. But it's not all happy. Grant's forced to teach the kids how to drive, and the next morning they discover broken eggs, but no omelets. With the help of Nick Fury, Haldo reboots the park, but thankfully not in the 2015 way. The Velociraptors go on tour, forcing the band to reunite for one final hang sesh. Hammond gives them a Lift XL, and they escape in a chopper that's been sitting there the whole time. Jurassic Park is a love letter to geologists' favorite MILF, Mother Nature. Throughout the film, characters attempt to control natural forces, both dinosaur and human, using man-made systems such as the law.
The underwriters feel that the accident has raised some very serious safety questions about the park. I had a promise to conduct a very thorough on-site inspection.
Technology.
The fences are electrified though, right?
That's right.
And whipped cream canisters. When we first meet Hammond, he bribes Grant and Haldo into visiting the park with the hopes that they'll leave a decent Yelp review. His confidence in his ability to control the park stems from the amount of moolah he's put into it, as evidenced by his crowd-favorite catchphrase.
Really spectacular, spared no expense.
Spared no expense.
Spared no expense.
But much like my children, these systems constantly break down, right when Daddy is trying to get some drinking done. The film suggests that this is inevitable due to nature's adaptability.
John, the kind of control you're attempting is, it's not possible. Listen, if there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life will not be contained. Life, finds a way.
But luckily, not for humans. Indeed, the events of the entire second half of the film may be viewed as a metaphor for the evolutionary process, or if you don't believe in that stuff, the creationist process. DNA is both a systematic code and really, really gross, but it can mutate unpredictably.
It changed. Why? Because tiny variations will never repeat and vastly affect the outcome.
Similarly, the film initially presents the park as an ordered system, from Hammond's Shark Tank pitch to the automated death traps that curate the park experience.
During most of your tour, the appropriate information will be automatically selected.
But when Newman decides to unplug everything, he sets off a chain of events that seriously alters the course of the film. Add a storm, some foggy glasses, a crash, a couple screaming kids, and you've got chaos. Add some whiskey, and you've got my Monday night. A new order emerges, and the systems humans tried to impose are yesterday's breakfast smoothie. The film warns that man shouldn't attempt to play God, unless you're Morgan Freeman and it's an emergency.
God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs eat man.
This lesson has echoed unheeded throughout human history, such as with Oppenheimer's invention of the A-bomb, or Glenn Bell's invention of the Crunchwrap Supreme. Harnessing the awesome natural power of atomic energy led to a weapon that wreaked far more destruction than Oppenheimer was comfortable with, which is to say, just a little, causing him to retract his support for the nuclear weapons program. If you thought the death of hundreds of thousands of people would suffice to warn humanity of these dangers, think again. I'll give you a second. Mankind continued to genetically modify anything it could get its hands on, including food and even its young, which I guess is technically food if you're into that kind of stuff. For Earthling Cinema, I'm Garyx Wormuloid. I am not into that kind of stuff.
Hey guys, Garyx's intern Emily here. Garyx has a hard time making friends that don't eventually sue him, but one friend that's always stuck around is Cinema Wins. Dedicated to uncovering greatness in films both loved and less loved, CinemaWins finds strokes of genius in the directing, writing, acting, and more in every film known to humanity, which is to say, very few. While Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom wasn't loved by critics or anybody with eyes and ears, their latest video explains everything that did work well in a fun and hilarious way. Click over here to check it out and tell them Garyx sent you.